So the Nintendo news just keeps on coming. It's been a whirlwind 2 days in the world of gaming news and in the world of Nintendo news surrounding Nintendo's NX, their next console, their next platform, their next handheld, their next hybrid, whatever it turns out to be. Of course, yesterday I made a pretty long and pretty intense sort of rant, if you want to call it that, regarding the rumors about the NX and Nintendo's purported plans to start production on it this year in October, and then next year in, Q2 of 2016, properly reveal the system, and then release the thing a month later in July. And then expect to sell 20 million units within the first year. And so all of that stuff, I spent a long time kind of ranting and hooting and hollering about it because I don't believe any of those rumors, and if there's any truth to them, they are the worst thing imaginable to me as a gamer and as a Nintendo fan. So we're kind of playing the wait-and-see game to see how all that stuff pans out. I recommend you go and check out that video if you're new to the channel or if you haven't seen it yet. I'll try to remember to link it below so you can go and check it out. It was just posted yesterday. So much to dive into when it comes to that rumor and that information. And now there's another rumor that's popping up today, after yesterday's rumors about whatever Nintendo is trying to do with the NX. And apparently, it turns out that, according to the rumor, that Nintendo is aiming to not have the system be on par, so to speak, or compete with the PlayStation 4 in terms of visuals and power and graphics and all that stuff. I'm trying to pull it back up here. It is very much a rumor, just like yesterday's information was. And I'm holding on to all of this as rumor because it's really depressing and scary to think about any of this stuff being true. This specific rumor, I'm not sure. I just don't even know how to take it. I mean, it says, according to the new rumor, I'm reading this off of Nintendo Enthusiast. Again, I'll try to link this below as well. According to a new rumor, the Nintendo NX will not aim to compete with the likes of PS4 on a power level. It seems like Nintendo's trying to aim for something different than a current-gen competitor. And there's a quote that's taken from where this rumor is. It says, the NX is definitely not aiming to compete with the likes of the PS4 on a power level. Absolutely sure of that now. That's what this rumor says, and this person, whoever this person is, who's reporting this or talking to Nintendo Enthusiast or all these other places about this, it's weird. It's weird information, and it's weird to think that would be true. Building off of what I said yesterday, depending on how true or untrue those rumors were, a huge factor into whether or not this is all good or bad news has to do with what they're trying to do or planning to do with the NX. And, I spent a long time talking about how we know that, as much as the Wii U is a great system and I love it, if Nintendo really wants to get themselves back in the serious console game and console race today, this year, this generation, they need to make a system that does compete with the PlayStation, the Xbox One, and PC in terms of power and graphic capability. It's very, very important. And again, sorry, I know every time I start recording for you guys, my nose itches like crazy. I've been sitting here all day, not having an issue with my nose. I start recording a video, and my nose is all fucked up. So I don't know what that's about. So I'm sorry I keep scratching and itching it. But the point is, I don't know why they wouldn't be trying to make a system that's incredibly powerful. Like I was saying, they need to compete on the graphics and the performance level if they're trying to make up lost ground with the Wii U. The Wii U is an amazing system, and yes, it doesn't have third-party support, and it doesn't have some of the amazing features that its competitors do have. But I think in terms of games and the fact that the controller is so fantastic, that's what matters the most. So what do all these rumors really mean? What is this information about the PlayStation 4 power that the Nintendo NX is apparently not trying to go after? I don't really know. And I'm obviously much calmer about things now that I've gotten so many of my feelings and emotions out about the other rumors yesterday in that video. So it's like I feel better about everything overall. I stand by everything I said. I stand by how all of these rumors have to be complete nonsense. They make no logical sense. And if they're true, I think it's all bad news. This information I don't think is great, but I don't think is as horrible as a lot of yesterday's rumors. I guess that there could be some truth to that. I mean, Nintendo, they're hard to predict anymore. And I've been saying this for a while when it came to the Wii U, even before yesterday's rumors, is I think that they're trying to create a niche for themselves where they are trying to compete less and less with the, Sony and Microsoft in terms of what they do with their console and their gaming. Like, they're trying to do something different, so it's not so much about the power. It's about different things like games, like unique controllers, and partners with like Universal Studios and Disney, which isn't a whole nother rumor, and all these things. And I mean, they've been doing that, and I feel like they're trying to just do that further and further, and dedicating less money so that they don't have to make as much back to be successful. Whereas like Sony and Microsoft, they have to put a lot of money into what they do, and they need to get a crap ton back to be successful and profitable. And that's harder for them. The Xbox division notoriously doesn't make money. PlayStation division is only just this generation in the last year or two making good money for a company that is otherwise floundering. So those two companies are in weird scenarios. Nintendo's in a weird scenario where they are still, turning an okay profit, but their console isn't selling that well. So the NX, I just don't even know what else to say. The NX is such a weird-ass mystery right now, and it's really difficult to deal with the fact that we don't know what's going on. And these rumors, yesterday's rumors, and this new rumor doesn't help. It's like, what is the freaking deal? I don't know if this is a case of, true information and rumors actually getting out to the public, or if it's a case of the fact that Nintendo had such a weird E3 and people don't know what the fate of the Wii U is, so now people are trying to dig extra deep to find out about the NX because maybe Nintendo made a mistake talking about the NX at all, and so now people are going out of their freaking way to either find information, get false information, or lie about information just to put shit out there on the internet and start the rumor mill going. And it's really hard to tell. It's after yesterday's rumors, this isn't a great sign, and it's like I've always maintained that with any company, with any platform, with any game, I don't care about graphics first. It's not the most important. It's been a long time since graphics have been so important to gaming. Maybe from the N64 days into the 6th generation with the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. Like, in those days, newer and better graphics was a pretty big deal, and it was helping games be better games. Going into the 6th generation, or 7th generation, and then into this generation, good graphics are always nice. We want better and better visuals for sure, and they are a factor to a good game, but they matter less now than they ever have. So I don't want to make it sound like I want the best graphics possible. Graphics are what makes a good game, and I don't care about anything else as long as it looks good. I'm not one of those guys, especially in today's gaming. That being said, unfortunately, to a lot of gamers today, that idea of great graphics is important, and it's why, the PlayStation 4, which I own and admittedly do enjoy, is selling better than I think it should be, despite the fact that it doesn't have a good library, because everyone thinks it's the system to have because they think good graphics are making all these games that don't really exist. So, because of that mindset, it's why I think if Nintendo wants to get back in the game series, they need to make a kick-ass, crazy next-gen, super powerful system that's, $300, $400, $500. I know it sucks to pay a lot of money, but it means that you have a beefy system. If they're selling a system for $400, that could be as powerful or more powerful as a PlayStation 4. And considering the fact that they would be making and releasing this system several years after the PS4, it should be more capable than what that system is. Don't be afraid. Nintendo shouldn't be afraid to make a system and sell it for a lot of money. I think that that's been the thing for a while now, is they're so terrified of making an expensive system. And I get it, and I don't love spending crazy amounts of money, don't get me wrong, but I'm also happy to do so if I get something worthwhile. Like, my PS4 was worth the $400 that I paid for it. Just like my Wii U was worth the $350 that I paid for it, because I think that those systems were worth what they're worth for different reasons what I paid. My Xbox One, I waited till it dropped to $350 for the Sunset Overdrive bundle. Totally worth that too. If Nintendo made a crazy powerful machine that was launching with a new Metroid and like Zelda was a launch title for that, if it was $400 or $500, I would pay it because I would believe it would be worth it. And it takes a company to be confident and convicted in their decision to say, we know the system is good, we know the power under the hood is worth it, we know the value of $400 or $500 is here, and it's up to you, Nintendo, to sell us on why it's worth that amount of money, why it's a great system, why the power under the hood gets the job done, and, puts your competition to shame. Maybe Nintendo needs to start getting aggressive and mean and sort of like saying, yeah, don't buy a PS4, that thing is weak compared to our new system. Boom, check it out, bitches. This is the NX. This is our new thing, and it's great. So how these rumors factors into that, I don't know. Like I said, it is rumor. If this is true, I don't know what it means that they're doing. I don't know what the NX is, man. I don't know if it's a frickin' Android machine. I don't know if it's a cell phone. I don't know if it's a tablet. I don't know if it's a streaming device. I don't know if it's a console. I don't know if it's a console hybrid handheld thing, fusion, like people have talked about for so long. I just don't know. And these rumors suck. I just don't like any of these rumors, and I wish that Nintendo would come out. I hope they come out really soon and either debunk this or at least turn it into proper facts, but we know that they don't want to reveal the system until next year, so maybe we just have to deal with a couple weeks worth of stupid rumors and just wait to see what happens around holiday or early next year when Nintendo decides that they want to reveal the system, you know? I mean, I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is true or not true? Do you think it's good or bad? You know, I mean, if it's true and they're not trying to make a system as powerful as the PlayStation and its competition, what do you think they're doing? What the hell do you think the NX is, man? All these rumors are weird. Nintendo, like, I love your innovative stuff. I love the Wiimote. I love the gamepad. I want you to keep doing that. But at the same time, maybe this next time out, you got to make a really powerful machine, and you got to make it focus on a regular controller and just do the thing. Just, like, take one for the team. Make a great, super powerful machine. You know, I feel like... I know, like, a lot of Nintendo fans will be like, oh, like, they're just conforming, and it's just going to hold Nintendo's creativity and innovation back. And, like, that's kind of true. But at the same time, if they did that, I think that we know Nintendo puts their all into everything. So if they did that, I feel like they would still make it the best machine possible, and it would still be great. And if we deal with 5 years of just a regular machine from Nintendo for the first time since the GameCube, sorry, like, we would still get a great machine with great games, and it would be beautiful. Like, imagine a Metroid that looks better than anything the PlayStation 4 could do. Imagine the possibilities. It would be fantastic. You know what? We would all love it. As much as we want to say, oh, Nintendo's about innovation, and we want them to make a kooky controller and do all these things, like, if they made a game like that, we'd all love it. We'd all be happy with it, and I think that Nintendo would still just go back to innovating with gameplay. I think they need to go back to innovating with gameplay, not with peripherals, not with controllers, you know, not with any of that other stuff. Just for one generation, just for one console, just to get their name back out there to the hardcore market and the people that buy PlayStations and Xboxes and remind themselves, hey, we're a worthy competitor too. We are still the best game developer in the biz. Here's why. Check out our new machine. It's got the best graphics you've ever seen. It's flipping awesome. Oh, and you get Zelda and Metroid and Mario and Fire Emblem and Star Fox and all these great things. F-Zero, bring it on, man. Give us all these games in a new powerful box. So this rumor doesn't make me as mad as yesterday's rumors, obviously, but it's still something that I hope isn't true. So I guess we'll have to see. Like I said, what do you guys think? Do you believe it? Do you not? Is it good news? Is it bad news? What do you think the NX will turn out to be? Share your thoughts below. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the much calmer version of myself discussing these new Nintendo and NX rumors. And I always appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time on the next video.